Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever found yourself standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the vast expanse below? The wind is at your back, urging you forward, yet you hesitate, burdened by the weight of your past. We all carry baggage, some of it heavy, some of it so familiar that we forget it's even there. But today, I challenge you to take a step back, to examine that baggage, and to consider what it would mean to let it go. Imagine for a moment a traveler on a journey. This traveler has packed their bags with every experience, every disappointment, and every regret. But as they walk, they begin to realize that each step is more difficult than the last. The bags are weighing them down, making it hard to breathe, hard to move forward. And yet they cling to these bags, convinced that they define who they are. My friends, it doesn't have to be this way. Today we will explore how to get rid of the baggage of your past so that you can reach new heights. First, we must recognize the power of our narratives. Each of us has a story, a narrative that shapes our identity and informs our choices. But too often we allow negative chapters to define us. Think about it. How many times have you replayed moments of failure or shame, letting them dictate your present? We must learn to rewrite our narratives. Instead of saying, I failed at that job interview, say, I gained valuable experience that will help me next time. Instead of thinking, I was abandoned, shift to, I learned resilience and strength. By reframing our experiences, we reclaim our power. The past does not have to be a prison, it can be a powerful teacher. Let me share a story about a dear friend of mine, Sarah. For years, Sarah struggled with the belief that she was unworthy of love because of her tumultuous childhood. She carried that narrative like a badge of honor, but it weighed her down. It wasn't until she began to see her past as a chapter in her life's book, not the entire story, that she found freedom. She started to redefine her identity, focusing on her achievements and the love she had cultivated in her adult life. Today, Sarah is not just surviving, she's thriving. Her narrative is one of strength, resilience, and hope, and it can be yours too. Second, we must practice the art of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not just a gift we give to others. It is a liberation we grant ourselves. When we hold on to anger, resentment, or guilt, we remain shackled to our past. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with stones, each stone representing a grudge or a past mistake. Every step forward becomes an uphill battle, but when we forgive, we lighten that load. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, but when he emerged, he chose not to seek revenge against those who wronged him. Instead, he forgave. He understood that holding on to anger would only perpetuate a cycle of pain. By forgiving, he was able to unite a nation and lead a movement toward healing and reconciliation. If Mandela could forgive those who imprisoned him, what's stopping you from releasing your own burdens? Forgiveness is not an easy road, but it is a transformative one. It allows us to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Finally, we must embrace the power of new beginnings. Life is a series of seasons, each bringing its own challenges and opportunities. Just as trees shed their leaves in autumn to make way for new growth in spring, we too must be willing to let go of what no longer serves us. Every ending is a chance for a new beginning. Each sunrise offers a fresh start, a blank canvas waiting for your brushstrokes of intention. Reflect on the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection before finally publishing the Harry Potter series. She didn't let her past failures define her. Instead, she embraced each setback as a stepping stone toward her dream. Today, her story is one of triumph, reminding us that our past does not dictate our future. We have the power to create a life that aligns with our passions and dreams, free from the weight of our history. As we reflect on these 3 points, the power of our narratives, the importance of forgiveness, and the beauty of new beginnings, I invite you to ask yourself, what baggage am I carrying? What stories am I telling myself that no longer serve me? Where do I need to practice forgiveness? And what new beginnings am I ready to embrace? Today, I urge you to take action. Identify one piece of baggage you're ready to let go of. Write it down, acknowledge it, and then in a symbolic gesture, release it. Whether that's through a letter, a conversation, or even a personal ritual, make space for the new. Remember, you are not defined by your past. You are the author of your own story, and the best chapters are yet to come. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and let's step forward together, unburdened and ready to embrace all the possibilities that life has to offer. Thank you. As we stand at the crossroads of our lives, it's essential to recognize that the journey of letting go is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process, a practice that requires patience and commitment. Each day brings new challenges and opportunities to either cling to our past or embrace our future. The choice is ours, and with that choice comes the power to reshape our identities and elevate our lives. Take a moment to envision your life 5 years from now. What do you see? Do you see yourself still carrying the weight of old grudges, regrets, and fears? Or do you picture a version of yourself who has learned to navigate the waters of life with grace, liberated from the anchors of the past? The beautiful thing about life is that it's never too late to change course. It's never too late to shed the skin of who you used to be and emerge as the person you've always wanted to become. Imagine standing on stage, sharing your story with others, inspiring them to confront their own baggage. Imagine the moment when you realize that your experiences, both good and bad, have equipped you with the tools to uplift others. This is the transformative power of vulnerability. By sharing your journey, you not only heal yourself, but also create a ripple effect that empowers those around you. Consider the profound impact of storytelling. When we share our struggles and victories, we invite others to see themselves in our narratives. Each story has the potential to resonate with someone, to spark a flame of hope in their hearts. It's through our shared humanity that we connect, that we inspire, and that we heal. So I encourage you to embrace your story, flaws and all, because it is a testament to your resilience. As you begin to let go of the baggage, understand that new opportunities will begin to emerge. Opportunities often come disguised as challenges. When we step outside our comfort zones, we open ourselves up to experiences that can lead to tremendous growth. Think back to a time when you faced something daunting. Perhaps it was a job interview that made your palms sweat, or a public speaking engagement that left you sleepless the night before. Yet, when you pushed through that fear, what happened? Did you not emerge stronger, more confident, and more capable than before? Life is a series of moments that challenge us to rise above our limitations. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to act despite it. Each time you choose to confront your fears, you strip away the layers of doubt that have held you back. You start to realize that you are more powerful than you ever believed possible. Now let's delve deeper into the concept of forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about condoning the actions of others or letting them off the hook. Instead, it's about liberating yourself from the emotional chains that bind you. When we hold on to resentment, we allow others to occupy space in our minds and hearts, often without our consent. It's time to reclaim that space for ourselves. Think of forgiveness as a gift you give to yourself. When you forgive someone who has wronged you, you are not only acknowledging the pain they caused, but also choosing to release its hold on your life. This act of self-love allows you to move forward unencumbered. Picture a balloon filled with air. Each grudge and hurt is like a weight pulling it down. When you choose to forgive, you're releasing that weight, allowing the balloon to ascend. In the realm of personal development, we often hear the phrase, "let it go." But how do we actually do that? It starts with acceptance. Accept what has happened, acknowledge the emotions that arise, and then consciously decide to let them fade. Journaling can be a powerful tool in this process. Write down your feelings, your grievances, and your thoughts. Allow them to flow onto the page without judgment. Once you've poured out your heart, consider burning the paper or releasing it into the wind, symbolizing the release of those past burdens. Another effective technique is to visualize the person or situation you need to forgive. Close your eyes and picture them in your mind. As you breathe deeply, imagine sending them love and compassion, even if it feels challenging. Understand that forgiveness is an act of kindness, not just for them, but for yourself. You are saying, I choose to move on. I refuse to let this define me any longer. As we navigate this journey of shedding our past, it's also crucial to cultivate a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who uplift you, and who challenge you to be your best self. Energy is contagious. The people you spend time with can either empower you or hold you back. Seek out those who encourage growth and healing, and don't be afraid to distance yourself from those who drain your energy. Reflect on the power of community. Think about the strength found in shared experiences. When we come together and share our stories, we create an atmosphere of understanding and support. This camaraderie can provide the encouragement we need to take bold steps forward. When we see others confronting their fears and letting go of their pasts, we are inspired to do the same. Let's also consider the necessity of self-compassion on this journey. As we endeavor to release the baggage that holds us back, it's vital to practice kindness toward ourselves. We can be our own harshest critics, often berating ourselves for perceived failures or shortcomings. But remember, you are human. You are allowed to stumble. You are allowed to learn. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. Imagine a child learning to walk. When they fall, do we scold them for their failure or do we encourage them to get back up? We celebrate their attempts, knowing that each stumble brings them closer to mastery. So why not extend that same grace to yourself? Each time you face a setback, remind yourself that this is part of the process. Growth often comes from discomfort, and discomfort is a sign that you are pushing boundaries. As we approach the culmination of our time together, I invite you to reflect on the power of intention. Setting clear intentions is a crucial step in your journey of letting go. Intentions are like guiding stars. They provide direction and purpose. When you set an intention to release your past, you create a roadmap for your life. Take a moment to articulate your intentions. Perhaps you wish to let go of fear, to embrace love, or to pursue your passions without hesitation. Write these intentions down and revisit them regularly. Let them serve as reminders of the path you are forging. In the face of life's challenges, remember that you possess the strength to rise above. You have the ability to redefine your narrative, to forgive, and to embrace new beginnings. Each day is a new opportunity to shed the layers of the past and step confidently into the future. As we part ways today, I encourage you to take these lessons to heart. Commit to letting go of the baggage that no longer serves you. Embrace the power of your story, practice forgiveness, and welcome the new beginnings that await you. Let today be the day you choose to fly. Let today be the day you release the anchors that have held you back for far too long. You have the power within you to shape your destiny, to inspire others, and to create a life filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and step boldly into your future. The world is waiting for you. Your story is not over. It's just beginning. Thank you. As we gather here today, let's delve deeper into the nuances of our journey. The act of letting go is not just about discarding the old. It's also about making space for the new. It's a transformative process that requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to embrace change. Each of us has the potential to redefine our lives, yet we often find ourselves clinging to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us. Imagine stepping into a room filled with clutter. The walls are lined with memories, some cherished and some painful. Each item represents a fragment of your past, moments of joy, heartache, triumph, and defeat. As you survey this room, I ask you, what do you truly want to keep? What serves a purpose in your life today? And what do you need to let go of to create a space where new opportunities can flourish? This process of reflection is vital. It allows us to assess our emotional landscape and determine which experiences contribute positively to our growth. Consider the moments that bring you joy, those experiences that light you up and remind you of your purpose. These are the treasures you want to keep. Now think about the memories that bring pain or regret. Acknowledge them, thank them for their lessons, but then make a conscious choice to release them. It's about creating a balance, understanding that while our past shapes us, it doesn't have to define us. Let's explore the idea of transformation further. When we think of transformation, we often envision a dramatic change, a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, for example. But transformation can also be subtle, occurring in small daily actions that collectively create a significant shift in our lives. Each decision we make, each thought we entertain, contributes to our evolution. Have you ever noticed how a single positive thought can shift your entire day? It's like a ripple effect. When you wake up and choose to focus on gratitude for the simple things like a warm cup of coffee, the sun shining through your window, or the love of family, you set a tone for your day. Conversely, when you dwell on negativity, it can cast a shadow that influences your thoughts, actions, and interactions with others. Consider the power of gratitude as a tool for transformation. When you actively practice gratitude, you begin to retrain your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. This shift in perspective can help you release the feelings of inadequacy that often accompany our past experiences. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to see the silver lining in challenging situations. Let me share a story about a woman named Maria. Maria had faced numerous challenges throughout her life. Divorce, job loss, and health issues. For years, she carried the weight of these experiences, believing they defined her. But one day, she stumbled upon a gratitude journal. Skeptical yet curious, she decided to give it a try. Each night, she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for, no matter how small. At first, it was a struggle. She found herself focusing on what was missing rather than what was present. But with time, as she continued to write, she began to notice shifts in her mindset. She started to appreciate the small moments, a stranger's smile, a warm conversation with a friend, the beauty of nature. Slowly but surely, her outlook transformed. She released the grip of her past and opened herself up to new possibilities. One day, Maria came across a job posting that sparked her interest. With her newfound confidence, she applied and, against all odds, landed the position. In her new role, she thrived, surrounded by a supportive team that valued her contributions. Maria's story exemplifies how gratitude can serve as a catalyst for transformation, allowing us to let go of the baggage that weighs us down and embrace the opportunities life has to offer. As we journey further, let's discuss the importance of resilience in the process of letting go. Resilience is not just about bouncing back from adversity, it's about adapting and thriving in the face of challenges. Life will undoubtedly throw curveballs our way, but our ability to navigate these obstacles is what truly defines us. Think of resilience as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. When faced with setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow? Each challenge presents an opportunity to build that muscle, to strengthen your resolve, and to become more adaptable. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, the inventor who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison faced countless failures on his journey to inventing the light bulb. Each setback was not a reason to give up, but rather a lesson learned. His resilience propelled him forward, ultimately leading to breakthroughs that changed the world. In our own lives, we can draw inspiration from Edison's tenacity. When we encounter obstacles, we have a choice. We can wallow in negativity or we can rise to the occasion. Each time we choose resilience, we not only strengthen ourselves, but also set an example for those around us. Our journeys can inspire others to confront their challenges with the same courage and determination. Now let's turn our attention to the role of self-awareness in this process. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which we build our lives. It allows us to recognize our patterns, our triggers, and our emotional responses. The more we understand ourselves, the better equipped we are to let go of what no longer serves us. Take a moment to consider your patterns. Do you notice any recurring themes in your life? Perhaps you find yourself in similar toxic relationships or facing the same professional setbacks. Self-awareness invites us to examine these patterns with curiosity rather than judgment. It encourages us to ask ourselves the difficult questions. Why do I keep attracting these situations? What beliefs am I holding on to that contribute to this cycle? As you reflect, consider journaling as a tool for enhancing your self-awareness. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Allow yourself to explore your emotions without fear of judgment. This practice can reveal insights that illuminate the reasons behind your behaviors, enabling you to make conscious choices about what to release. Let's talk about the power of mindfulness in this journey. Mindfulness invites us to be fully present in each moment, creating space for awareness and acceptance. When we practice mindfulness, we cultivate a deeper understanding of our thoughts and feelings, allowing us to observe them without becoming overwhelmed. Imagine sitting quietly and focusing on your breath. As you inhale and exhale, you become aware of the thoughts that drift in and out of your mind. Instead of clinging to them, you allow them to pass like clouds in the sky. This practice teaches us to detach from our thoughts, helping us recognize that they do not define us. In moments of stress or anxiety, mindfulness can serve as a grounding tool. When you find yourself spiraling into negativity, take a few deep breaths and center yourself. Remind yourself that you can choose how to respond to any situation. This awareness empowers you to let go of the past and move forward with intention. As we continue to explore the theme of letting go, let's discuss the role of personal responsibility. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external circumstances for our struggles. Yet true empowerment comes when we take ownership of our choices and actions. Personal responsibility is about recognizing that we have the agency to shape our lives. While we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. When we shift our mindset from victimhood to empowerment, we reclaim our power. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist. In the darkest of circumstances, Frankl found meaning and purpose. He understood that while he could not control his situation, he could control his attitude toward it. His insights led to the development of logotherapy, a therapeutic approach centered on finding meaning in suffering. Frankl's life exemplifies the power of personal responsibility. He chose to find purpose amidst unimaginable pain. In your own life, reflect on areas where you can take more responsibility. Are there situations where you felt powerless? Acknowledge that while you may not have control over external events, you can control your response. This realization is liberating. It empowers you to take proactive steps toward change. As we approach the final chapters of our exploration, let's focus on the importance of setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for creating a healthy emotional environment. They allow us to protect our energy and prioritize our well-being. When we let go of the baggage of our past, it often requires us to establish new boundaries with ourselves and others. This may mean distancing ourselves from toxic relationships, saying no to commitments that drain us, or prioritizing self-care. Boundaries are not selfish, they are necessary for our growth and healing. Imagine a garden. To thrive, a garden needs space to grow. It requires care, attention, and protection from weeds that threaten to overtake it. Similarly, our emotional well-being needs boundaries to flourish. By setting clear limits, we create an environment where we can nurture our growth and let go of what no longer serves us. In the journey of letting go, we must also embrace the power of self-care. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. When we prioritize our well-being, we create a solid foundation for growth. This can take many forms: taking time for yourself, engaging in activities you enjoy, or seeking support from loved ones or professionals.